Hello world, I am Kronos and I'm back. Haven't made a video yesterday, contemplated that a lot. And I find that when you get stuck in your thoughts, you don't start. So I took my own advice, which I gave a friend today, which is whenever you're thinking of doing something that you know you should do and you're not sure about how it's gonna go or what to do in that situation. For example, what do I talk about? And to keep that motivation when you have nothing, like I have zero of everything. I'm talking to myself right now, but I know that someday someone will see it. So I'm talking to you. I can't hold the current situation. We start from nothing, we start from zero in everything that we do, right? So I can't let that stop me. I have to be persistent. Or should I say, persistent, because I'm not consistent. I missed the video, which is okay. So I thought about it, and the past, you can't do much about it. You can just change for the future. And I had this conversation with a friend, I think it was yesterday, and he told me he was thinking about the past and how back in the day he was this and that, and that he misses those times, which I completely relate to, because I'm the same. Like I had so many especially in the past. I think most of us, if not all of us, have this, right? You think about the past and you only see the good, and you remember it in nostalgically, romantically, and you you romanticize it, so it looks a lot better. And also, the thing is, you can't do nothing with it except learn from it. So that's the lesson for today, is what I learned. Like, you can't do nothing with the past. So we discussed it. I told him, look, well, living in the past, you will continue to feel this discomfort, frustration, etc., because it is something that you can't alter, you can't change, and it's irrelevant except what you can learn from it. It's irrelevant, completely irrelevant. Instead of being stuck and judging yourself and beating yourself for being who you are right now, and looking back, it could be situations too, like I could have said that, I could have said this, and you should think about it and then go, okay, what do I learn from it? How do I change it for the future? So when it happens again, I know how to react accordingly to what my beliefs, what I actually think, and so when you do that, then you can move on. When you just, okay, I take it as a lesson, and then that's it, no more to it. And because also you might judge yourself if you don't do it. You might look back and see the way you acted and think, oh, I could have done this and that, and then you judge yourself. And that's even worse. It gets even worse when you do that. Because not only that you're stuck in the past in frustration, you're also beating yourself up for it. Instead of learning and moving, when I say move on, maybe that's not the, because you need to learn from it and implement it. And that should be the reward. That's how you should look at it. Look at it as a reward. Like if you learn the lesson, that's the reward that you learn. And it's a beautiful thing. And that's all you can do with it. That's all you can really do with it. So we kept discussing, and the pattern kept happening. Talking about how back in the day he was a lot more motivated. He used to wake up at 5 a.m. and run, and I could relate to, because I was the same, like this motivated, get shit done every day, just get it done, and doing, and pushing yourself, and you're in the grind, right? And that's, and then the funny part, we look back, and again we only see the good parts. We don't see the hardship, and we don't remember really how hard it was. Everything looks better in the past, so we misjudge it, and then we compare it to our lives right now, which is a big mistake. Same for comparing your lives to other people's lives. Big mistake. You need to compare yourself to your former self, but not in a judgmental way, but in a growth way. Like, what did I learn from it? How am I better? In what, and if there is something that you would like to improve, that you look back and you say, I missed that and I forgot that, and like, I had another conversation, like going to the gym, I used to go to the gym, and it's really hard to start, and then you get used to it, and then you don't know what to do without it, and then you leave, and then you don't know how you ever did it, and then you want to go back, because you want to get back in shape, and like, it's, and we change states every time, we change moods, and I used to work out. I used to be obsessed with, like, it's all that I did was work out, and nothing else really, except hang out. But then I discovered Muay Thai, and I fell in love with that. So gradually I went to Muay Thai, and I lost all the body weight, and I look a lot worse, quote unquote. You would say I got a lot thinner, but I got a lot better heart in shape, my heart, the lungs, etc., my stamina. But so people were like, yeah, so I lost one thing, so if I look back I can say like, oh, I looked so much better, I was so much, and I do miss like looking. You earn it too. It's a good feeling. It's a part of us, our bodies. So, well, not really, but you get what I'm saying. It's a manifestation of us, so we should treat it well. And it does feel good when you feel good, when you look good, and you feel good that you look good, and and it's not about the look, it's about, back then it was, but for me it's about being healthy, looking healthy, being, having that energy, that young energy. And I could look back and judge me and say like, oh, I looked so much better. I was so, like, I had hair, we all get older and we grow. But I can tell you, Muay Thai, like that transition So I lost that, but I earned so much more, and so much more substantial. Coordination, balance, being focused, staying in the moment. A world that I might have learned some of those things while doing, but the point is, it's two different things, and you can't judge yourself based on one of them and neglect the other. So yeah, I might have lost body weight, but I'm a lot smarter than I was. I'm a lot less naive. And you might say that has nothing to do with it. Yeah, it does, because you only have a certain amount of time, and you put it, whatever you put it in, that's what you're gonna get. So if I'm not spending hours in the gym, I'm doing something else. If I'm reading a book instead, you understand how if I watch TikTok all day, like I don't even have TikTok, but if you watch TikTok all day, every day, you watch it for like 3-4 hours. Imagine if you did learn something in that time, like if you did something productive, create a business, you would be rich by now. So the point is not to compare yourself to your former self, but be objective about it and do the necessary changes that you feel it need to happen, if you feel like there needs to be. Of course, you should always strive to be the best version of yourself, but to each of us it means something completely different. Some people are materialistic, and I'm not going to go too deep into this, but if you love money and you judge yourself by the amount of money you make, that's how you're going to feel, and that's what it's going to rely on. So if you made more money in the past, you're going to feel bad. But if you look at, for example, if you value connections, and like I might have lost a lot of money, but I met beautiful souls. I met such, like you met your wife, or maybe you met a really, really good friend. You lost a lot of money, but you earned something real. You know, you might have found the love of your life. You might find a really real friend. You might have found a person that together you're gonna build something really great, or it's gonna introduce you to that someone. So you don't know what could have happened differently, and the point is, the past is in the past. Leave it there. And the present, you know, is the present. That's why they call it the present. The present is the present. So, and then so he was dwelling on the past, and my only question is, what are the lessons from those memories? If you keep going back to them, maybe you didn't learn the lesson, because that's how the universe works. If you don't learn the lesson, it will teach it again and again and again with infinite patience. Sava, right? How do you say patience? Sava, right? Sava. In African? I don't know. Anyway, the past is very important. You need to learn from it. That's why we have these memories. And if it bothers you, then do the change that needs to be happen so that it won't happen in the future. And that's it. Done. And our thoughts, in the same way, when we think about the future, like what I touched about in this video, like when you're thinking, oh, what am I going to do, how am I going to do it, that's been stuck in the future, and that will stop you from starting. So you have to say, fuck it. You have to just do it. And that's what you have to tell yourself. That's what I tell myself, at least. when I find myself in that going in my mind, like, and I'm not starting, I'm like, stop being so judgmental of yourself. I guess that's the lesson. Stop being so judgmental and do what you can do in that moment, and know that there is no past or future, only now. So do it with what you have, do it right now. And that's how I'm doing these videos. I'm like, because I'm so in my head and thinking all the time, and I do want to provide something, and my motive is not just to sell. And even if it was trying to sell something, which is not, then I would at least have some, like, because if I'm trying to sell a certain thing, I can work on that. But I don't have a certain thing that I'm trying to sell. I'm just trying to connect with souls, and elevate souls. Maybe, raise the dead. That's what I'm doing. I'm a necromancer. I bring people back to life. So start now. Don't worry about it. As you walk on the path will appear. Jung said that, I think. Yeah, I love Jung. So just do it now. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm telling myself as an example. I'm saying, fuck it, just do it. Why are you so? Take the phone, press record, and start talking. Don't overthink it, because you won't do it. And don't be, and that connects to the past thing, because I look at the future. I don't even, like, if you look at the back at your, like right now what I'm creating probably gonna look ridiculous in the future. Like I will improve so much that I will look back, I'll be like, oh my god. Maybe not, but I mean, don't let the past stop you from starting now, and don't let the future either. Do it now. Just stop making excuses, because we're going into these cycles, and we postpone, and then we're living in our head, and we forget to actually do it. So you have to do it to be decisive. You have to find that motivation that we talked about in an earlier video, and you have to be consistent. I mean persistent and consistent to a certain degree. But that's the thing. For me, it can also hinder you, right? Because you're thinking what might of, and it might even stop you and hinder you from actually creating, because that's a consciousness of fear, right? If you think about what might happen, that's a difference from belief, which is no matter what happens. So when you do it like nonchalantly, like, fuck it, just do it. And you do it with just do it, Don't worry about it. Be a warrior, not a warrior. A warrior, not a warrior, Don't be so judgmental of yourself. And maybe you failed in the past in doing that. Maybe, you can't fail until you stop trying, right? Or doing, should I say, not trying. We're gonna talk about Grimoire in a future video. So, think about the past. Think about stuff that bothers. Don't ignore those thoughts. But don't let them control you. Don't live in them. Don't live in that movie. The movie is done. Look at it objectively. Look back. Think. what can I change for the future? What can I change now? Don't look back and it was so much better, it was so much worse, or it was so embarrassing, I could have done this or that. Don't judge yourself. Learn from it. Until you learn from it, you will keep judging yourself because you keep going back to it, because it bothers you in your subconscious. It bothers you. And you are missing, that's the point. You're missing the present when you do that. That's the whole point. And then you don't do stuff that you should do. And that's where you don't wake up. So if I used to wake up at 5 a.m. every day and I was so productive and and I want to get back to that, instead of looking back and being like, oh, I was this and that, do it now. Start doing it now. And I know it's easier said than done, but that's the whole thing. Action, before action comes thought. And once you can control your thoughts, you can do anything. Because if you can change the way you think and make it so that it drives you to operation, to action, should I say, you can make the change. You have that power. That's given. And the proof in the pudding is other people. Look around you. If someone else can do something, you can do it. Anything. And literally anything. We are, as I will keep reminding you, all immortal souls. Immortal. We never die. You have all the time that in the world. You never die. Sorry for those who think that when we die, we just go into darkness and nothingness and like emptiness. No. Into the void. No, it doesn't work like that. You keep on living forever. And you will keep coming back here to Earth for lessons until you completed your school, which is Earth. And then you can choose. But that's for another video. The point is, the only time is now. The past is crucial, it's important, and if you keep dwelling on it, acknowledge it, first of all. Acknowledge that you're doing that. Catch yourself in the moment. Then learn from it, then change, then do whatever you need to do. Don't be stuck there and going in loops. And when your motivation is pure, like when you're trying to do, for example, these videos, because I'm not trying to scam anyone, or like steal or do something with because my intentions are good, like they're pure. And because I don't judge myself by how many views I have, that's ridiculous. I literally just started, and I'm not gonna, and it doesn't imply anything. You could be very famous and terrible person. So it's what you focus on, right? So I focus on giving high value wisdom, if you will, providing some people with, like, because I've been in all those situations too, you know, and I am still in some of them, and I know what it's like. So I want to be there, help someone who is there and doesn't know how to get out. That's what I'm doing. So I'm sharing my experience and my thoughts. That's why I'm thinking about calling this thoughts to myself. Because they're really all thoughts to myself. I'm just recording them and uploading them. That's why you don't see, like, the production, everything is shit. I just literally, I do the video, I upload it, and I give it a name, a few tags. Ask ChatGPT or whatever, some AI to create well, I've been using Chat for lately, to create a banner, like thumbnail, upload it, forget about it, I'm not putting this much. I guess when I have people that actually show that they want to watch and and then I'll probably take it more seriously. I'll feel obligated, so then I know that I will be a lot more consistent, persistent. Maybe, I don't know. Anything could be. That's the point. I'm not focused on that, like what would happen, what will. I'm just going with the present. Whatever happens, happens. Right now, I need to build this. So for me, so I know that I did it, and it does. So I don't dwell on it in the past. That connects to everything this video is about. Because I'm looking back and I'm thinking, like, if I started this 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5, 10 years ago, I would have been in a whole different place. Maybe worse though. Why? I mean, you can't know. Yeah, but you would have had millions of years. Maybe. Yeah. So what we're gonna do about it? We're gonna be like, oh man, I should have started it years ago. Or do we just start now? So that in years from now, I won't be thinking that. I'll be thinking, yeah, thank God that I did it. 6 months ago, I was, look at me now. You know, I want to be proud of myself, the future self. And this is also a beautiful thing about these videos is I'm recording and I'm being honest, and this is like a diary almost. It's thoughts to myself, like Marcus Aurelius. If you know, then you know. But it always kept ringing in my mind, thoughts to myself, because that's what I'm really doing. I'm recording thoughts to myself and I'm thinking to myself. I keep having those when I'm like in bed or like whatever, doing something, and I'm having these daydreams. I keep thinking, I'm like, the only difference now is the camera, which is so weird to me, to be talking to a camera. But it will be better, it will get better, I will get used to it, like everything. And I don't know. I'm just how would you say? I'm not glad, but positive about the future. I think whatever happens is good, but I think because I'm doing this for a good cause, I believe it will go. Because people who need to see this and will be attracted to it, and they will see it. It will get to whoever needs it. But not to say that I'm just giving. This is a give and take, of course. It's a relationship. I hope to make real connections. Otherwise, this is meaningless, really. I hope to make real connections with people in the world and create a change. And you know, when you change, when you help change, and you help someone, a soul. When you help a soul, you will help the whole world. And so I'm in a way, well, by helping, because everything you do for others, you do for yourself, to others, to yourself. So basically, I'm doing this to me. I mean, I'm helping myself too, right? And I'm also putting my thoughts in order, because talking about it, you create it, and then it becomes a materialistic something. Even I'm speaking, I'm making it that is creation, that is God, that is creativity. I'm creating, well, not creativity per se, but yeah, it is creativity, because you create. And that's what we do, we create. So instead of just creating in my mind, I'm letting it out in the material world. We can do it while in this state. It's a lot, but well, telepathically we'll get to that point. Some of us do, and are able to connect to that ability which we all possess, to speak telepathically. But that's beyond the point. We don't have a platform for that yet, and that's a whole different thing. So now I have to use YouTube. But this is, I'm allowing myself to get off topic, because I'm not going to judge myself or like this video, it's also about getting to know me getting to, well, I'm just feeling the air till I get some people and they can tell me what they think. Like if you're watching this right now, you can tell me what you think, what I can improve. There is no rules. I make the rules of this and you make the rules for yours. There is no rules. So I can speak on whatever. And and we can talk on whatever. But the point is, don't judge yourself just because I could be really hard on myself for not making that video, but it drove me, and I was thinking about it, and I was thinking back, like to the past, and I was thinking, why did I do it? And then I was thinking, no, don't. I mean, honestly, I got past it really, really easily because I'm trained at this, so I didn't really dwell on it. But because I didn't upload for like a day and a half, maybe even 2 days, I was thinking. But then I was thinking to the future, like, okay, so do it now, because if you don't make a video now, then you're gonna feel this tomorrow. You're gonna be worse. So do it now. No excuses. And so here I am, doing it. And I'll keep doing it. I promise you. I promise myself I have to keep doing it. I'll keep doing it. As long as I can, and like talking like, I mean, like, I'll keep making these videos. I will not let the circumstances right now, like the situation that I got nothing and I'm talking to myself or etc. and having no feedback to stop me. And because when I will look back and I would think I had zero, I mean even 10 would be crazy. Like imagine some people, like we don't take it in proportion. How much is, like, when you have like 1,000 followers, for example? It's 1,000 people, man. Anyway, so back to the future. Can't dwell on the past. Can't live in it. You will keep going to those cycles until you catch yourself in them and you stop yourself. Until that, you will keep doing it because it's emotional. So you have to, your neocortex needs to be able to take over. I forgot the name. The amygdala. Yeah. It has to be in control, not the amygdala. And you can train it to do that. It's a muscle. And you can train and you can change the way you think. So, but you have to first catch yourself. So, whenever you find yourself thinking about the future, you need to catch yourself and acknowledge it and be like, yeah, I'm thinking about the future. That's the first step. Or the past. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm thinking about the past. I'm thinking about the future. Okay, stop. What can I do now? The future hasn't happened, and if I don't start, I will not know. The past already happened, right? Talking about all this in my mind, in the back of my mind, I keep thinking time is an illusion anyway. But that's a whole different, that's for another time. The point is, don't live in the past. Learn from it. And then let it go. Not only for yourself, but for everyone else too. Forgive, forget, whatever, you know? Learn from it. If someone stabs you in the back, if someone steals from you, you don't trust that person, right? But you don't hate him, you don't you don't try to get back, like, you don't go into that, you don't stay in there. He stole from you, okay. Next, like, that's his problem, that's he's a thief, right? You can be, you don't have to let it bother you. Let it go, especially if it's material. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't learn from it and stay away from him and not give him again, or not. So you do learn from it, but you don't let it control you, destroy you, change you. It doesn't get you into a loop. You learn from it, you move on, you'll feel better, especially when you do it now. Because right now I'm making this video, I'm thinking, fucking A, you know? It's just another video, but I mean, it's already 10, right? So, respect. I'm giving myself the props, giving myself the motivation, like, you know, and that's how it should be, and that's the power. The power is inside you, not outside. So, yeah. Learn from the past, prepare for the future, but live in the moment. Do it, everything is happening now, everything. You're watching this video now, not later, not, you didn't watch it, like, maybe you did, but right now, when I'm talking to you, in the moment. That's one of the things, by the way, that Muay Thai taught me, to be in the moment. Because if you don't, you get knocked out. You have to stay in that moment and stay in it, focus, and stay in it. I used to be so unfocused. I used to read a book and I would read a line and I was like, and I forget. Like, I used to be so, my mind was going so wild, thinking about so many things. I used to be like, I couldn't read a line without going back to see it again. What is the time? Yeah. I would forget what I just read, like, and that taught me how to be focused and stay constant, you know. Reading, that's also a great way to do it. Read, and when that happens, keep doing until you stay acknowledge it. I'm losing focus. Keep focus, and you can change anything. Your consciousness, you can do anything. So instead of judging yourself, learn from it, implement it, acknowledge it in the moment, change it, do it now. Yeah, I could keep on going forever, but is there more to learn from? There is always. It's all connected too, because when you're focused, you're in the moment, right? When you see MMA fighters, they're like zoned in, focused, and that's a special feeling. And if you can appreciate the moment at the same time be in it, you will appreciate it more, and then you will love it, you know? So you can be cold and still love it. You can be hot and still love it. You can be in pain and still love it. Yeah? Otherwise, I wouldn't have stayed in that ring getting kneed in my ribs, breaking them. And it's very painful and a lot of pain. And you stay in there. You deal with the pain. That's how you get through it. You don't run from it. So that's why I'm saying, don't just ignore the past, because it's gonna come back then. Learn from it so it doesn't come back. Learn from the past so it doesn't come back. Maybe that's the title of the video. Anyway, until next time.